So some of you may remember that I do actually own a Toyota Corolla AE86, which is one of my dream cars, I suppose, which is a bit weird, but anyway. I think it was last seen a few years ago on an episode of Fools with Tools, where it basically just died at the track. The front suspension didn't play ball, and yeah, I'd had enough of it. So at that point, we brought it up to J-Tech, and it's been here for the last couple of years, snowballing. It came up to just get sorted, and at which point I decided, let's make a full N2 replica, because I've clearly watched far too much hot version on YouTube. So we're at the final stages, so we thought we'd come up here and see what's gone on for the last 2 years, because quite a bit has. So here we are with the car that I dropped off some time ago.
2 years ago.
It was, 2 years ago, for just a little bit of tweaking.
An engine conversion.
Yeah. Did we actually start with an engine conversion?
Yeah, the engine turned up for the car, and it come and it was all smashed up, and it had done like 200,000 miles with no oil.
Yeah, so I've got, so we had got an engine that was supposed to be mint, and it turned up and it was knocked, basically.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So,
so we did this.
Yeah. It was a slight improvement over the original. I mean, I should really know the full spec of it, but he said 20 valve, black top.
Yeah.
That I do know.
Standard rods and pistons.
Yeah.
Toda cams. Yeah. Full Grace engine development cylinder head. Genvis, custom inlet manifolds, ARPs, ACLs. Just bits for reliability, not for mental power, because the brief was don't go stupid. We used the manifold that was on it. We've got a forged rad in it. We've done electric power steering conversion. Leo debracketed the whole bay, painted the bay, smoothed the bay just because it's cleaner. And then we ended up realising it needed a roll cage.
Yeah, so, because it obviously was orange, everything was orange inside, here, and
everywhere.
It wasn't a nice orange, and now you've essentially made it look like a show car. But yeah, I obviously wanted it 4-track. Wasn't too fussed about it because I like less power, more stupidity.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're going flat all the time, which is what I wanted. So this should rev reasonably well now with the cams, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got standard crank and rods in it, but it'll rev as much.
I mean, it went up to like 8,000 before, so I mean, that's what they're famous for. They're like the GOAT engine.
Yeah, in the GOAT car.
Yeah, definitely, for me at least, anyway. I mean,
and it doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah, it weighs even less now that you've basically took everything out of it.
Yeah, there's not a lot in it.
So, not even halfway through it, I decided, why don't we run it in the time attack? So at which point I keep saying I didn't do actually fuck all. You and Leo and Dan basically made it into a compliant time attack car.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'll be the only time attack car that is an AE86. I haven't seen another one. They do have a retro class, but it's not something as daft as this.
No, I think I've seen quite a few. I haven't seen any of these, but.
So I'd always wanted it to be basically a replica of an N2 race car, which they do still race in Japan, and I'm obsessed with them. So, yeah, I mean, it's now on BC's all round. Underneath is pretty much mint. You did everything underneath.
The only thing we haven't rebuilt is the back axle.
Yeah.
We've had everything off it. In fact, the axle stayed in it. That's the only bit that stayed on it.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing. It's all on BC's and hard race suspension.
Yeah.
Standard brakes, but we might have to see how that.
Yeah, we'll see how they go. I mean, I think it was about 170 horsepower before.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to be tons more.
No.
And we've made the thing lighter.
Yeah. So the brakes will be an interesting point when I do finally get it out and test it. I just love like how neat everything is. It's like a proper race car, but also like a show car. Like you could take this to a JDM show and be like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's that show Players. I don't know if you've heard.
I have heard of it. Yeah, it's run by a couple of geezers who are
go there.
arseholes.
But you could pull up there and then go do the track day, and that's the whole point.
I mean, I would like to be able to take out my track at Players, but I fear that won't happen. So
I think you'll get time.
Nah, I generally struggle for time. So exterior-wise, front end, you've still got a splitter to build.
Yep.
Obviously, you've added all the cool bits like this.
Yeah. So basically, we've re-gapped all the panels.
Yeah.
Re-nutted all the arches, recut the arches.
You've basically undone all
of
of the shit
we have nut bolt.
I did.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, no, but I can. So like all of the stuff that was held on with wood screws.
Yeah, there's not a wood screw on it.
There's no wood screws anymore.
No wood on it, actually.
There's no wood, which is always good. Yeah. You smartened up the arch vents that I'd cut.
Yeah,
on a board Sunday morning, which looks better.
And then obviously, Andy Robinson put a cage in it.
Yeah.
So
it had a cage, but then we decided that wasn't really.
It was a bolt together, really old bolt together. I think it was a Japanese cage.
Yeah, it was. So it was originally built as a track car in Japan.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a dash dodger.
Yeah.
As well.
Cusco, yeah, it was a Cusco, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a Cusco.
So we decided pretty early on we were going to bin that. And then Luke at Andy Robinson did a full T45 cage 6-point for us. So then we had to paint the inside.
Yeah.
So we painted the inside, deleted the spare wheel well once because you had a tank which we put in it.
Yeah. And so I'd got a tank off Bagsy that we were going to run.
That's it. And then when we read the regs for Time Attack, which we then later decided to do, couldn't use that.
Yeah.
So I had to shot the spare wheel well back out again and put an ATL in it and all the fuel systems all in a box and everything like that. So it's all compliant. Fuel pump swell pop, BMRS braided lines throughout. Yeah, you name it, it's got it.
I'm just like proper geeky. I love all the I know this is probably stupid, but I love all like the little stickers that tell me.
Well, if we're not there, then at least you can work out what's what and you can ring.
Yeah, I mean, I'll literally, if you're not there and it's on track, Martin will be there.
Yeah.
Who obviously was a race engineer in his younger years, so he knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
Which is thankful, because I haven't got a fucking clue.
No, he'll come with we'll put a manual together for you.
Yeah, that would be quite helpful.
And then James from OBD Works has made us a loom from scratch. It's all on ECU Master, dash. It's not on a PDM, it's on a dash, a black, and a USB to CAN.
Yeah.
And GPS for your lap timing. So it'll have all the functions it needs.
There is the old offensive orange.
We put a pedal box in it as well, didn't we?
Yeah. So it's got a full tilt and pedal box.
Because we couldn't get you comfortable in the car.
No, it's not like, it's built for not 6 foot heavy.
So we chopped the floor out as well, actually, to get the seat 2 inches lower.
Yeah.
And then put a pedal box in it, which I think is about as much as you can go. So at least you're comfortable in it.
Yeah, and now I was going to say helmet, but that'd sound a bit wrong. Now my crash helmet won't be bashing on the dash as it was previously.
No.
Which was kind of annoying. So it's got a full digital display.
Yeah, full ADU7, which Sam at Manor Performance will calibrate, and he'll do all the cal on the ECU as well, so we can alarm it, and you've got lap time in, or any problems it will tell you, so you can just switch it off or pit or whatever you need to.
I think it's for me it's like period correct switches and stuff like that.
Yeah, Liam made the switch panel up to match with toggle switches, because it is the sort of right era.
Yeah, I wanted it to look like it was raced in Japan.
Well, we're running in the retro car, so it's got to be retro.
Yeah, PDMs are great, but they look a bit fancy pants for this.
Yeah. So yeah, basically it's had a full nut and bolt rebuild and brought up to spec for time attack.
It's quite ridiculous, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It is an awful lot of work.
A lot of money of yours, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it'll be a weapon.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see what it's like. Because I loved it previously.
Yep.
I realised that the engine that was in it before had a hard life. And I thought, right,
I don't know if it even ran when it came here. I don't think we even got it running.
Yeah, I can't remember what had happened. I mean, obviously the suspension snaps, that was the main problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the engine was okay, but I just wanted one of them. Like,
Well, I think you brought the engine before the car came to us.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, the plan was to always put that engine in
Yeah.
and just make it a decent track car. Obviously,
Yeah, that didn't last.
that went out the window and we were like, right, let's just go balls deep on it.
Yeah.
And then it's just like spiraled.
2 years later.
Yeah,
Like I say, the only thing we haven't touched is the back axle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I still got the original Definite from
We think
Japan,
it's a Cusco.
which is, I believe, a Cusco.
Yeah.
I obviously went back and looked on their old website, and being fluent in written Japanese, I saw it said Cusco LSD.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, it should. And you're hoping the end of this
to
week.
get it running end of this week, and then schedule some time on the dyno to run it in, on the rollers, sorry. And then we can look at getting a test session booked.
Yeah. So I'll be down at Brands, start testing it.
Hopefully in the dry.
Yeah, I don't really want to start on a wet day.
No, because no one knows where the brake bias is set, so
Yeah,
a dry day.
Oh, that'll be quite
A
fun.
dry day would be better.
And can I put a passenger seat in it? I can't, can I?
You can, but
I'm not really bothered.
I might have to move that control
Yeah,
box.
no. I'd rather not anyway. I never wanted anyone to sit in there with me.
No, I mean the average passenger's what, 80 kilos?
Yeah.
That's quite a lot.
But the plan is still to make it road legal, because it's still got...
Yeah, the wiring loom will be road legal compliant. So it'll have all the lights, the wipers, the lot, and a horn.
I might start turning up to other people's shows and doing donuts and burnouts and see how they like.
People do yours?
Yeah, it has happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I love it. I mean, it's been a while, so I haven't been down there for, what, 6 months, probably? Last time I came down was for a seat fit.
No, last time he came down was spit Scirocco up,
Oh, yeah.
which was longer than that. That was last
Yeah.
summer.
That was last summer, yeah. Yeah, it's like a revolving door of vehicles.
Here we have different ones in and out.
Yeah, like,
One in, one
I
out.
feel bad if you haven't got at least 2 of my cars here.
Yeah, it's always one in, one out.
Yeah. Like, once this is finished, I'll have to find some other piece of shit.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, it would be nice.
We just make it faster.
Yeah, that's what I really want to do, is just develop it.
Yeah.
And see sort of how far I can go with it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to do in the chassis.
Yeah, I mean, mate, look, people love these. Like as we were talking about earlier, people still use them as historic rally cars, and they've still raced big time in Japan. And
Yeah.
I know there's a guy over here who races in the historic touring cars in one of them.
Is it?
Yeah, and he does all right. Like,
Thing is, you could run that in that.
yeah,
You're not really. The joy is it's not built to a set of regs.
yeah,
You can run it in loads of different stuff.
Yeah.
If you think I want to go and do a club meeting in it, just go and do a club meeting in
It'll
it.
be interesting to see. What was that? In the car. Look, we all know that I am basically cold trickle. That's a proper old reference.
But anyone that doesn't get it needs to go and watch Days of Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
It'll be all right. You just need a bit of time in the seat. We all
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't actually talked about the most ridiculous request that I sent you.
Which was what? Oh yes.
The diffuser. So,
Yeah. Jay wanted a little diffuser for the back.
I actually sent down a universal eBay diffuser,
That went in the skip.
which Riley went in the skip, and you've made something considerably more substantial.
Yeah.
Oh, you know when James does the wiring, can you wire that up? I put it on.
Yeah, it'll be wired up.
I never wired it up.
No, we know.
Just put it on.
Yeah.
It look good.
It's got to be wired up for it to be compliant.
But yeah, that's a serious bit of kit now.
Yeah, you do the trick. But again, all comes down to testing, see how effective it is and the angles we're going to run it at, and how long it stays out of the gravel.
Whoa.
I mean, it's powder coated, so with a bit of luck it'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be quite, if I go in backwards into the gravel, it'll sort of create a little
Plough it.
Yeah. So it'll work all right. It's the first time I've seen it in a long time, so I'm over the moon with it. It's so ridiculous. And so now, hopefully, you might be able to send me a video soon of it.
If you don't get a video on Friday, don't ask for one.
No, I won't.
But it should be running Friday.
I don't know, and text you at 8 o'clock Friday, like, is it running yet? Is it running yet?
We haven't even got in. So yeah, it should be running Friday, and then we'll go from there. A bit of mapping, a bit more rolling road work. Make sure it's all good, temp pressures, everything, and then we can set it up, get a track day booked.
Yeah. I'll drive it to track.
I drive it from the trailer to the track.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That is all I'm doing.
Although in the summer, there's no harm in putting it on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I've got enough stupid cars that are painful to drive on the road. I didn't really need another one.
No.
But it is quite useful because I didn't want to have to put it in a trailer to take it from like my storage unit to the warehouse and stuff like that. So it will be kind of fun to just move it around on the road. Yeah, and at least without the seat, my son can't fall asleep in it, so it'll be the only car he doesn't get to fall asleep in, which is quite good.
Has he slept in the Scirocco?
He slept in everything. Even when this had just the 2 seats.
That's loud.
He slept in this, he slept in the Scirocco, he slept in everything. He even fell asleep in Rick's car the day before yesterday, and we were only in the car for 12 minutes. And within 4 minutes, he was fast asleep. So yeah.
Fair play to him.
All right, well, I'll be aggravating you on Friday then.
No problem.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your hard work, sir. You and the boys have killed it.
As long as you enjoy it and it's fast, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's it for now. Hopefully, the next time you see it will be out on track, preferably not in a gravel track like the last time.